My name is Isaac CHEPTIONY, Head of Department Medical Engineering Department in KMTC. Welcome to Department of Medical Engineering at Kenya Medical Training College. I want to sincerely thank all of you for choosing this program. This is one of the good programs we are offering in this noble institution called Kenya Medical Training College. Now, medical engineering is essentially application of engineering principles and techniques to the medical field. When we talk of engineering principles, we are talking of electrical engineering, something like mechanical engineering if you have ever had, electronics. We combine all of them and now apply in the medical field. And the way we are going to apply them is to put under application in machines. Medical engineering will be dealing purely with machines. We don't deal with patients directly, but we deal with machines to make sure all these machines are safe for use, they are accurate, they give accurate data so that when the diagnosis is done in the hospital, it gives accurate data. Now, medical engineering programs are offered in 10 campuses of Kenya Medical Training College, and these campuses are Nairobi, Eldoret, Loitoktok, Kilifi, Meru, Kisii, Bomet, Kisumu, Lake Victoria, and Makindo campuses. In terms of programs, we have 5 programs. We have certificate in medical engineering, which is offered in all the 10 campuses. This program run for 2 years. That means you'll have first and second year, so that you finish. We also have diploma in medical engineering. That is a pre-service program. This one is designed for those who graduate directly from the Form 4. And this one runs for 3 years. This one is offered in Eldoret campus and Nairobi campus. We also have diploma in medical engineering, which is upgrading program. This one is designed for those who have done certificate in medical engineering, and they'll come in for 2 years. This one is offered in 4 campuses, which is Nairobi campus, Eldoret, Loitoktok, and Kilifi. And we have 2 higher diploma programs. One of them is higher diploma in medical engineering, diagnostic and therapeutic equipment, which runs for 1 year. This one is offered in Nairobi campus alone. And also we have higher diploma in medical engineering, dialysis, which is also offered in Nairobi campus. This program as well runs for 1 year, only 1 year. The key modules for these 4 programs, for certificate programs, we have mathematics, we have electronics, we have electrical engineering, we have what we call hospital plant and building services. These are support modules in the hospitals. For example, refrigeration, air conditioning in the hospital, kitchen equipment. We call them hospital plant and building services modules. We have clinical engineering modules, which is directly involved on the medical equipment. For instance, when you talk of dental equipment, operation theater, we also teach them under module called clinical engineering. We also have key modules in certificate program called engineering drawing. As you know, all engineering courses, they have drawing. That is the language for engineers to be able to interpret, either in terms of circuit, in terms of schematic for that particular machine. For diploma, the modules are almost the same like the one for certificate. It's only that it is more in-depth. And for diploma, the only difference between pre-service and upgrading is that for pre-service, we teach them a lot of engineering drawing, because upgrading program, we assume that they have been taught at certificate level. We teach them engineering drawing, mechanical engineering, workshop technology. That is how to learn how to do filing, and among others. Then the common units or modules for the diploma programs are hospital plant, that is steam systems, thermodynamics. You see now this is where the difference come in from the certificate level. We also have clinical engineering. We also have electrical engineering, which it is in-depth as compared with the certificate, electronics, mathematics. We have what we call measurement and control, trade project, research project, health system and management, and practical attachment. For higher diploma, that is diagnostic equipment and therapeutic equipment, Core modules are biomechanics, engineering mathematics, control systems in engineering, statistics, research methods, professional ethics in engineering. As we all know that these people will be working in the field of medical field, they need to be taught a lot of ethical issues. We have project management, computer programming, medical electronics, and biomedical measurement. Higher diploma in medical engineering dialysis, we have statistics as the core modules. We have dialysis machines operation and maintenance. We have fundamentals of dialysis, that is teaching generally about kidney, from the anatomy of the kidney, the diseases of the kidney, and how it can be treated. That is under fundamental of dialysis. So that when they'll be handling on the dialysis machine operation and the maintenance, they know exactly what this machine is going to do. And we have research methods. Now, mode of study for these programs is that certificate and diploma, they are full-time. We run them from 8 a.m. to 4 a.m., Monday to Friday, every week. Within that period, we have a mixture of theory and practical lessons within the campuses. Where you go to class, you are given some theory, and then you come to our workshops within the college. Then we give you practical on the same. I'm talking about certificate and diploma. There is also what we call practical attachment, which is done twice for each program. For certificate, first attachment which run for 8 weeks, we do it after first year, second semester. Just before you join second year, you go for an attachment. This is what we call induction, to know what's happening in the field. And we normally advise students to go for level 4 hospitals during that time. Second attachment is after semester 1 of year 2. Just before you come for your last semester, you go for another attachment in level 5 hospital for another 8 weeks. Then for diploma, there's also 2 practical attachments. One is after second year, which is similar to the first attachment in certificate, where you go and find out to know more about how the hospital layout is or what is happening in the field. And then the second attachment is after first year of that year. The 2 attachments run for 10 weeks each. Now, mode of study for higher diploma, all higher diplomas is part-time. We teach them on Thursday evening, Fridays, and Saturdays. So the rest of the days, the student is left to do their own research. They also have practical attachment, which they'll be doing at the second semester. Second semester is a mixture of a bit of theory on Friday and Saturday, and the remaining days they'll be attached on various practical sites. Now, practical sites where we take our students is, our main practical site is hospitals. When we talk of hospitals, we are talking about the public, all public hospitals, level 4, level 5, and referral hospitals. Private hospitals, like Nairobi Hospital, Aga Khan, and the rest. And we have mission hospitals. These are faith-based hospitals where we also attach our students. We also attach our students in industries. This one, we do it when we need or when we want them to have a specific skill. For instance, when you want them to learn more about cooling, maybe refrigeration or cooling plants, we take them to, for example, hotels, hotel industry, where they'll be working on deep freezers, among others. When you want them to apply the controls which we teach them in class, we attach them to industries where we find controls like cement industries, where there is these control systems controlling how the operation is done. Now, another place for attaching our students is medical equipment supplies companies. These companies which buy and supply equipments to hospitals. We also attach our students there. Job descriptions for medical engineers or for medical engineering technologists is that One of them is they manage medical engineering departments in hospitals. How do they do this? They do this by planning and organizing maintenance schedules of the hospitals in their offices. And they do that again by advising hospital management or authorities on technical aspects of medical and hospital equipment. Remember, when you want to procure an equipment, there are specific aspects which is required. So it is up to these medical engineers to advise the authorities on these particular aspects. Another job description for us or for medical engineers is to calibrate medical equipment. In hospitals, there are some equipments which need calibration on a daily basis or frequently so that they can be able to operate. So calibration is our job description. Another one is service and repair of all medical and hospital equipment. As you know, anything which moves or which work, at some point it needs some services. Servicing doesn't mean it has broken down, but you want it continue working. Like if you have a car, at some point you take it to a garage for servicing. That is changing of some few parts. We do that. Repairing meaning the machine has stopped working, but we want to bring it back to working. So that will be job description for our medical engineers to repair these particular machines to come back for working. Another job description is to modify the existing healthcare equipment in order to improve efficiency and safety. When the technology of an equipment is done or is past, it is our work to make sure we try to upgrade by modifying it to the current existing technology so that we can be able to run it very well. Another job description, as we train one and he or she works in hospitals, we expect them to be supervising and instructing other students when they are in training. For example, when we send our students for practical attachment, the one I've just mentioned, we expect our colleagues in the field to be the one instructing them and supervising how they are going to work. Now, where our graduate will work after graduation is far much wide. One of them is public hospitals, and I've mentioned before, level 4, level 5, and referral hospitals, where we have medical engineering departments. We also have private hospitals, mission hospitals. We have some of them joining Kenya Armed Forces. As we know, Kenya Armed Forces, they have their own hospital facilities. And some of them will work there as medical engineers to make sure they maintain the equipments in those facilities. We have medical equipment supplies companies, as I mentioned earlier. And these companies, the students here will be doing sales and what we call repair on behalf of the company of the equipments. We have hotel industry, cement industry, among other industry, which will be using the skills we'll be able to produce within the college. And the most important is that these students can also do self-employment. The skills we give them can be able to allow these students to come up with their own companies. They do sales, make follow-up and service and repair of their own equipments, hence making them self-employment. And that is very key for us. Now, our academic progression, a student can move from one level to another. A very good example, as I mentioned earlier, we have certificate program. You can start with certificate. After 2 years, you come back for diploma. That's for another 2 years. You can still come back to KMTC for another 1 year higher diploma. And then you move to a bachelor's degree in various universities. Now, in terms of partners we have, like any other departments, we have 2 partners partnering with us to assist in training medical engineers. One of them is Quality Dialysis Kenya, which is assisting us in training higher diplomas in medical engineering dialysis. This particular group of partner is assisted us in coming up with a conception or the curriculum They also assist us in providing their facilities for training, that is their dialysis centers within the country, where they have in Nairobi, Nanyuki, Ngong, to assist in training our higher diploma students. They also assist us in running the program within the college in terms of practical. When we need technical aspects, they send us the engineers to assist us in training our students. The other partner is Center of Public Health and Development partner. This partner is assisting us in upgrading the technology on maintaining all equipment related to maternal health care. Talk of CPAP, talk of oxygen concentrators, among all those equipment which are used in maternity equipment, they are assisting us in upgrading the technology to the current one. Right now, they are setting up the training lab within the college. They have also equipped some few hospitals within the country, for instance, Nyeri and Mama Lucy, with their own equipments, which our students will be using them for training. So upgrading such technologies will be very helpful because we'll be releasing students who are up to date in terms of technology. And to conclude, I want to appeal to all of you students, Form 4 leavers, and those who have done other courses to join us. We are actually the leading institution in training medical engineering in Kenya. Our products are more than 80% in the field. Go to any hospital, you will get a graduate from KMTC medical engineering. So we appeal, or we request all of you to join us, to train with us and get this perfect skill of medical engineering from KMTC. Karibuni sana.